games for his team as well. So keep your eyes on Sheo in this game. He's going to be very important to the success of the team, but there's a decent amount of scaling on both sides. I'm expecting the faces to the players. Yeah. Of course, we've casted for quite a while now. A couple of new faces to the roster that joined in this year as Carlson in quite a lot of danger.
Yeah, Scumon's on the chaser. Carlson trying to get away, but Hans Summer with the ghost. That's first blood!
Which allowed him to freely trade back onto Flackhead. You can see they're about to hit that level 2 mark. They're going to threaten an all-in.
Oh, LeBron goes in immediately as they look for the engage on Flackhead. No real escape here for the Yanava. He'll flash, but Hans Summer still has his. Sten flashes as... And force Sheo and Camilo away. Sorry.
Hex Flash
Camilo away. Hex Flash going in. Flame Chomper's down as well as Broken Blade's down to 300 HP. Knocked into the wall. It's a solo bolo! It's Carl!
Deal with as we transition later on into this game, but Hans Summer being accelerated likely will be able to work towards that itemization that has a way of dealing with Carlson. Into the mid lane is it is harder for you to get priority on that lane.
I mean, this is the problem. Carlson's just going to go in. There's the all-out follow-up. Hans Summer's already burnt the flash, doesn't have the ghost. The TP coming in to try and help him out, but he might be dead before his help arrives. LeBron now. No way for him to deal with the Kazante. Carlson. Sky Sunfire Cape. That is a dearth of completions for Heretics, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just give this one up. It will only be the first break of the game for G2. Heretics getting that earlier one when G2 swapped to top means they don't have to be too worried about too many dragons. Sten there, knocked back with a flash forward out of the prop. He's going to try and flash away, but he's slammed into the wall and he's just dead. And over is going to be so dramatically accelerated. And you look for Heretics, like where is our key point that can deal with this Jinx? It's only Carlson really at the moment who can do it. And there's enough protection for G2 to keep that Jinx alive.
Caps gonna get a bit of damage down onto Sheo.
Decimating Smash coming out across the wall from Broken Blade's not gonna connect. Cyclone out of Sheo, and again, a Heretics player just overstepping. Tibbers brought to the party just to make sure the Caps doesn't die. He does not, and he picks up his first of summer.
I think it's also just worth reminding some of the individual mistakes that we have still seen from them this game, right? And the fact that Broken Blade die in the 1v1, Hans gets caught out in that top lane as well. And these are the things that we're still keeping our eyes on. Sten finds himself caught once more.
Yep, once again, just overstepping. Flame Chompers behind him, stunned up with a trample, slammed into the wall, and Sten dies again.
Continue to move to their side of the jungle.
He can't dash away because of the steadfast presence. He puts the Emperor's Divide down, but Caps is running past the tower, decides against it with the TP coming in. The trample being used as well by LeBron. Doesn't get the stun. Stend misses the Glacial Fissure, but Sheo uses the Hex Gates to slide his way in, and Camilo in the end is getting paid.
At the very pretty much everything on the map. They need to find these cross maps where they can.
They're about to be in a 2v5 in this top side. Scumon looking for the damage onto Sheo. LeBron coming in as well. Pops the trample early, trying to get that stun. Cyclone out from Sheo will keep him alive for now, but the chase continues. LeBron lands the knocker, and Broken Blade brings down the axe. Carlson under his tier 2 has Sten to defend, and he will manage to escape.
Another tower gonna go in favor of G2. This time they brought cavalry while making this play happen on the top side of the map. And Heretics, they're doing the right thing. They're trying to cross map on the bot side, but with the Herald, they're just not going to be able to contest fast enough. G2 looking to knock down their second tower in the top lane.
Later on in the game.
Sheo doesn't have ulti, making this fight much harder to pull off. Camilo is in the area. G2
Hexgate behind from LeBron, has the blast cone too. Could Hex flash across this wall, looks for the chase. The Tibbers down onto Stend. Flashes away from the headbutt pulverized combination. Drake goes.
The question is that they spread themselves too thin. Heretics trying to find a way into the objective.
Broken Blade doesn't have ultimate. Keeper's Verdict coming out, hits onto the Wukong, and now Stend is in for a world of hurt once again. Locked up in the jungle, tries to escape. Another order will be enough. Scumon flashes forward, and the zap doesn't even need to connect. Scumon now slid back into the face of Sheo. Carlson looking for the flank as well. There's the shutdown for Sheo. Carlson going in. Hans Summer flashing out. Heretics will take their kill, but they lost a man and the Atakan alongside it.
I think the zone control that G2 had, with all the pressure they were exerting on the map, made it very difficult for Heretics to enter. But then it was G2 that initiated the fight. And now Broken Blade might be in a bit of danger.
Blackhead has one item, I think. Yeah, I can see how aggressively, how far up Carlson's pushing in that wave to make sure that the mid lane minions die first. G2 will start up the Drake. They're not really forcing to defend around their mid lane tier 1. Heretics now stepping forward. Glacial Fissure, Caps gets the stun before the Cyclone comes out. Drake over to G2. The engage continues and Hans Summer's untouched. Unbreakable Stend is no longer. Hans Summer left to deal with Carlson, but Caps flashes in and Tibbers finds his man. Carlson knocked back. G2 defend their AD carry. It's a double for the Jinx, and BB and Caps are not done yet. Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto the Azir. Sheo should get out with the blast cone, but Caps might cut him off. Tibbers there to try and give vision. Caps no flash, but does have the stun. Flash forward, Cyclone. Caps will die to the tower, but Sheo will follow suit to the axe of Broken Blade.
A nice counterplay from Sheo, but it was a last-ditch effort as the rest of Heretics fall. G2 make the front-to-back happen. They win the team fight. They're looking to secure another tower. They get themselves the Drake. And this game is all but said and done, as G2 just seem to be in full control 25 minutes in.
Yeah, it's almost a 6 dashes. If your Wukong's going to get in, it's a dash Cyclone. If the Kasante's going to get in, it's a dash Pathmaker. If Camilu's going to get in, he has to dash too. Broken Blade just tanking up Heretics. At 3 items, LeBron going in for the engage. There's a knockup onto Carlson. Flame Chomper's not quite perfectly placed. Stend has to flash the wall on someone else, so we'll get the knockup onto him. Super Mega Death Rocket follows up, and Hans Summer with a zap threats the Needle. Blackhead putting out some DPS himself as Carlson's forced back towards the Razor Beat camp. G2 will settle for that, playing a 4v5, getting a kill, and getting a tier 2 on bot side.
Now the classic split push Annie coming through from Caps on the other side of the rift as the Baron is going to be started off. G2 is looking to put pressure across all sides of the map on the Heretics. Skewmon is getting a little bit low.
You've got the Buckler on the Poppy, so he should be able to just shield himself up. TP in from Caps. He wants to join the fight around the big purple worm.
Okay,
Sheo can
Sheo
still look for the steal here.
But the Poppy ult, remember the Poppy ult.
Look at where Lebrov is trying to be a nuisance. Gets the knockback, but it's only onto the decoy and onto Camilu. Still, because Lebrov is there, Sheo can't get into the pit before it's secured. Skewmon dashing in, flashing in, looking for the kill, and Sheo will fall. The Cyclone, a breath of air at most, not tempestuous at all, as G2 find 2 Blackheads down. Stend and Camilu forced away. Carlson retreating to his base, now stops his recall to join up with the fight, but it's too little, it's too late. Camilu and Carlson full HP, and immediately G2 turn their attentions across towards the Kasante. Decimating Smash will be blocked, but the Steadfast Presence blocks the dash again. G2 16-5 up, 10k ahead, and we wondered whether the G2 vacation memes would continue. It seems the dreams of Heretics have been turned into nightmares. G2, in dominant fashion, will take the win.
An impressive performance specifically from Skewmon on Lebrov in the early game. The way that they put Sheo behind and they built up and executed in the mid game was fantastic to see. G2 with a strong showing overall here in game 1 of this series.
Not much Heretics can do to defend G2. Not yet focusing the Nexus, but as soon as they do, they will wrap it up. Tibbers comes to make it 6v3. As even on the fountain, you are not safe. G2 1-0 up, a 14,000 gold lead at 28.5.
Yeah. I was about to list MF as an example, and then they lock MF. Every time she tries to ult, Lebrov can just be like, nope.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I am a little bit surprised. Skewmon, though, using that advantage as he sets his sights in the mid lane.
Camilu here does hit the level 6, trading onto Caps, who's still half a level away. Camilu trying to flash away. Arcane Storm down onto Caps. The shield will be enough to keep him alive. Skewmon gets the first block.
Top lane, but the Pantheon ultimate, it is available, and it's going to be invested top lane.
Starfall onto Blackhead. Doesn't have cleanse. You can flash, but you can't escape the shield. Skewmon with his Crescent Guard down. He flashes. He was hoping that Grob would go down below the 900 mark as LeBron's trading onto Camilu, and the flash forward from Caps is enough. Bullet time won't take out anyone from G2, who are now 3-0, got 2 Grubs, and have that feat of warfare. It's a UK joke. Everyone here is too European to understand.
But it's going to be an uncontested objective. And yeah, it's that you can see how in high-level League, these small decisions having these cascading effects, right? And we talked a lot enough a leader, at least when they do force the fights, they have too much of an advantage.
Skewmon's looking towards the mid lane, no flash on Blackhead. The duck is a Quackers. Shockwave brings him back. Blackhead with a bullet time. Caps dodges it easily. G2 4-0 now as Lebrov and Hansama continue to trade on Camilo and Stend. The lane assignments from Heretics, bringing their mid laner down towards this bot side because he's the only one that can really deal with the Kate. Stend down to 300 HP, Lebrov the same, Tempered Fate. Hansama's going to net to put the trap down to catch out the victor. Taken out by G2.
He's clearing through his camps. They didn't really have much setup on the objective. They do have that one ward behind on blue for a potential TP.
I don't think they're going to fight it.
They're just going to give it up.
Rift Tower charge. Ah, that's actually really nice positioning from the Pantheon, because for a second I was worried. Stend was looking for the quickness there, but because he drove into, and this is where Motorsports comes back to it, Betty.
Right.
If you hit a wall at an angle,
yeah,
because force has to be maintained,
yeah,
you bounce off at a reciprocal angle.
Yeah.
So he came in at an angle and bounced up towards the top side of the lane.
True.
Like Verstappen in 2021 when Lewis Hamilton clipped him.
There that will call you out.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, there's one in the audience.
Now, this sequence has given G2 3 towers. By putting the Herald in mid, Heretics actually responded with like 4 members to match, which then opened up for Caps to secure that bot tower, and then Broken Blade gets the assistance of Skumond to secure that top tower. Heretics should be able to trade at the very least 1 tower back, but the gold lead just continues to extend, and G2 don't really need to force anything. Their next play will likely be the Arcanas. Heretics are now trying to force something.
Grand Starfall, it's a great bait mate from G2 as they pull Heretics forward with the Shockwave early. Cosmic Bind is going to land as well on Sheo. G2, though, do not have the...
right, because it gives you that bonus AP.
Usually Death Caps are reserved for cuties.
Right, obviously. I don't know how to follow that, so let's talk about Camilo, who's in a lot of danger right now.
It's been caught out. LeBron's going to Magical Journey away. There's the ace in the whole follow-up. I'm sorry, Betty. It's indie music references. You have to get them out when we can. Broken Blade still trading onto Blackhead. The quickness comes out, but he flashes away from it. Mercury Treads doing a lot of work. The Blast Cone in time for Blackhead. Redemption onto Broken Blade will heal him up. And BB was so deep, pops the emotes. He wanders his way away. Heretics just do not have the damage.
G2 is just so far ahead right now. The number of options the Heretics have.
Oh no, Blackhead! He didn't know! Broken Blade takes him 7-0 now. G2 will get the Aracon alongside the kill. And yeah, the options have, that well seems well and truly dry.
Certainly does.
Looks like G2 will cover him just to make sure, but it's only cover, not assistance.
And I will say, for this series as a whole, the things that have stood out to me is that Lebrov and Skumon are working well together.
Yeah.
One of the biggest criticisms that I think we've had of this team since its inception at the beginning of the year was that jungle support synergy, which I think was on full display in this series. And Skumon just individually did have a fantastic series overall. In Game 1, he did a really good job of shutting down Sheo. In Game 2, his ganks have been super effective, and he's been making a lot of stuff happen. Shut down. And we haven't really felt his impact. He's trying to make his presence known now. Lebrov connects a stun.
Tempered Fate onto Blackhead, who doesn't have the flash, and Broken Blade's here. And once again, Broken Blade will take the kill. 3-0 now on the Jax, as you said. One of his best champions this year, only lost twice on it. Skumon's going to sit in the redemption, heal himself up, ace in the whole Crescent Guard. I can't remember a perfect game happening this year.
It's a tough one.
They don't happen that often anyway. Blackhead does have flash, but Broken Blade saves his for the last possible moment. Blackhead flashes away, the barrier comes in as well, but he's whack, whack, whack by a lamppost. Jax with 4-0. Has that Seeker's arm guard.
Sheo trying to approach the Baron, Caps, and Lebrov will not allow it.
Stend is just going to die for that. He flashes away. Redemption coming out. Ace in the holes. Blocked by Carlson, who saves his support's life. Camilo the next target. And he wants to join his teammate at 0-5. Sheo, Stend, and Carlson have not died, nor got a kill, nor got an assist this game. Only Camilo and Blackhead have been involved in that KDA.
I mean, G2 have completely stopped Heretics. Like, I thought Game 1 was relatively one-sided, but...
Yeah, this is the shellacking, man.
It's a complete one-sided affair. Heretics have been completely invisible in this game.
And credit to G2 for doing that. I think Heretics have made some big mistakes. Some of the positioning, getting caught out on timers that they should have anticipated, but G2 have punished them very well with the lead they've gained.
I think that given the MSI performance, a lot of eyes are going to be on G2 coming back into the regular season, and to make a statement game like this, I think will fill G2 fans with a lot of confidence. The Dragon should be secured here by Heretics.
The Caps TP is going to come through. G2 to force the fight.
Broken Blade goes in with a counter-strike, lands it onto 2. Skew1 there for the chase. Broken Blade still has that Seekers, remember, knocked back, knocked up, still healthy enough to continue to go forward. He carries the Shockwave onto the back line, and Camilo and Flackhead fall again. Sheo joins them in the death chamber. Carlson flashes to Tempered Fate, and Skew1 and the Brov are on a magical journey to follow him down. The rest of G2 are pushing in their base zone. He's stand there to defend, and I don't think we can expect him to be able to do so. Broken Blade will chip him away. Carlson actually TPing back to the base means there are 2 defenders here, but their base is under siege, and they don't have trebuchets to try and take out the enemy forces.
They're actually going to choose to go back
Here,
to
looking for a flank position, just trying to find some semblance of a way back into the game. We'll land the quickness, we'll land the knock-up, and there won't be any follow-up damage as Carlson's defending in mid. Tempered Fate's going to hit, and the Shockwave's going to follow suit. Doesn't even need to use it. Instead, they go for stand or fall. Carlson getting chased out by Broken Blade, who's on the back line once again. Counter-strike forward. Grand Star fall for the follow-up. It's a double for Caps. Not quite a triple as it's stolen by LeBron. Hansama gets the 4th, and Carlson stands and watches as G2 crack through the base, take everything off the map apart from the bot lane inhibitor and inhibitor tower. 17-0 in under 30 minutes. This series...
But aside from that, if they manage to find like Atalia roaming down there, or maybe like a little cheese gank, I think it can. The Kaiser can just start farming the Nico.
Ignore that for the time being. His bot's going to fight it out, and Jun just gets walked over. There's a flash, auto attack, Super ignited. One more auto needed, and Noah gets it. Super walked back in just to receive, and now Alro's in trouble too. Dredgeline almost up and available. Minion wave in the way with lethal tempo. Still nice. Again, we're hyping them up, especially now. Lot not level 6, but onto Mir when he slowed him down. Natopo strikes and dashing forward. Mirwan's been hit by everything. All it takes is another flip, and he can't escape, getting solo killed in a melee versus range matchup. Lot just needs 1 hit, pops over the wall, he gets juked, but then just sees Mirwan in front of him. I think Mirwan... I just feel like they're in such a good position where they can be picked into almost anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely on the strong side. And a lot of it is just about how hard you can like punish, right, the laning phase, or if you can somehow kill them later on. Aurora is like not the best at killing tanks later in the game, so for sure it's a lot on getting a lead early.
And it's so good for GIANTX as well, because you got that solo kill.
I don't know if she had her sums up again, but especially if she had no sums, it could have been quite hard for her to lane against like Nord and potential Talia.
All in. Jackie splashes away. Seismic shot flash from Jojo, but he's still autoing. Onto Jun. Super gets the kill. Either that mid or
that
AD
is
carry.
shocking that GIANTX got away. TP from Jackie's towards Mirwan.
All he needs is a flip back, and Mirwan's trying to kite it out for as long as possible. Seismic shot burnt down. Jackie's with a solo kill.
So it's a bit of a messy situation, but it's not going to end just yet. TP now from Lost. GIANTX still want to try and contest this. I don't know if they have it though.
It's like Caps left and they're like, oh, he's gone. Now we can really play more aggressive. Dragon goes down, but here's a dredge line onto a clone. Matters not. Jun gets nothing. They walk
the map clearing out all the vision. GIANTX had already set down, so they're just going to try and clear this out. Immediately, Jackie's pulls back from that bot lane towers. So MKOI are actually the ones saying, look, we will just get gold funneled into Jojo Pyun. We don't really mind if you get the Herald. We're already going to take that tower in response.
Mirwan's here. Eye exposed. Smite down. The burst trying. Mirwan is just getting in the way.
The most important point is MKOI having, again, the flash on towards Alvaro, the opportunities to look for some of these big plays.
Yep.
GIANTX is going to try and force position by going for the mid lane turret here.
The wave is quite thin as well. Boomerang Blade out. The Grub's out as well. Alvaro gets poked down, but it's a big commit. In the way is the clone. The ulti from Noah. Pop Blossom. No! Nowhere to go. It's Dredgeline, depth charge, everything. Elioy cannot move. Monkey sent away. It's a good shot, but Jojo doesn't have a team. He has to slide out of there as this was already subjugated. Healed up again. He flashes out. Number 2 here. GX. This is a powerful move that Elioy needs to try and steal. He's going to go to the back of the pit. He's got a clone. Seismic shove used. Clone pops in the air, but second Dragon for GX. That play put their game back in the favor.
Still though, MKOI going to try and force resources into Jojo Pyun. He's on this top side. Lost trying to get to the top end, but Alvaro's trying to run interference so they can take that top structure.
Yeah.
2 towers though for GX, and all the kills and the mid lane tower still puts them ahead in the play, but I think MKOI have kind of set where they want to go, which is just try and hard force as much into Jojo and let him carry late.
Getting a bit of gold, so the injection nice, 500 individually. Jackie's going to match that with his own turret and bot as both mid laners just benefit walking towards their second item. An invade starts with Elyoya. Bit of tangle bars, but no damage onto Lot. Jojo with the angle here. He's got the shove up, but no flash to get in. But Lot's going to start getting autoed to death, and he'll take another 40 more, then he'll eventually die. But regardless, MKOI trying to take away objectives as we slow the pace down. Just waiting for that Otacon, waiting for the next dragon to spawn. It has been a rather slower game, Dax, and for a reason that we're just looking towards scaling. His depth charge going to be used. Jojo in trouble. He shoves away, but the Weaver's Wall puts Jackie's in harm's way. Noah holds these into the pit. Bot Blossom again, this time disengages, but look, Isma's there, and he just subjugates Jojo to death. Alvaro, no mana to escape, and caught out again. 7-1, GIANTX put him down.
GIANTX are finding picks in the topside jungle. They will lose their mid lane tower as a result, but it's kind of being traded again for turrets elsewhere. So all outer turrets will fall off the back of this play, but it's more gold going in the hands of GIANTX.
This is why we're hyped about GIANTX. As Cap said, like, the mid game can be quite risky. And it can be a slump. Early game, we saw
a match to the other side, but this Kai'Sa going to be significantly stronger in these fights now, thanks to that second item spike.
Alvaro has flash available. Pop Blossom not available, though. Alvaro does not have an ult to change this play, but maybe they can't get in to begin with. Jojo flipped around, poked out. Jackie's low, though. Mirwin comes in to try and burst Otacon at 3k. It's a bit of a leash here. Elyoya trying to zone out as it's getting a little bit haywire. Mirwin dies on the side from Noah, but look, the fight's scattered. Lot tries to go in. Ulti's out. That's only under the mid laner. Otacon goes down to MKOI in the end. Easy leash. And with the Pop Blossom back up and available, Isma's lucky to be alive. Lot flashes into Tofo. He's angry at the steal in broad daylight. The keys were left in the ignition, and the car is gone. Dredge line out, but GX don't have any range damage. Super's gonna seal the deal. He's got a double, and Isma's on the wrong side of dodge.
Mirwin ran the interference that MKOI needed to sneak in and get the kills. Isma is standing for the briefest of moments before he joins the rest of GIANTX in the fence.
Fighting around Dragon, the third one for GX. They're keen on it, but Elyoya zones off with the rest of GX. A depth charge onto Alvaro, healed out. Elyoya trying to fake it. Cyclone on the reel, though, and at half or less than. He's caught up in the middle. Double Cyclone, but a wall in the way, and Noah gets the kill. Now for MKOI and Pop Blossom. It won't come through. It would have been a 4-man, but it is nil. Noah gets into backline yet again. Super's left alone. He could do the fight before, but not anymore. Even with a wall out, a good one for MKOI. It's not enough. GX always find a way.
Just in front of Dragon, they barely find the team fight win, but it's magnificent. In a 4 versus 5, they find their moment.
This game topsy-turvy.
It's insane.
It's a third Dragon. GX are going to move to Soul Point. I don't know who wins this anymore, but I'll just go along with the ride.
And I think we got to see a really cool interaction
Up
in
the
this
3,
fight.
Baron up in 1. And now it begins. They're going to move into it, try and do a T1 on us. And at 25 minutes, Mirwin, he's going to walk down. He has TP. That's going to be burned. But GIANTX, 3 members doing it while zone control from these 2.
They need to kind of pull off it at this stage. MKOI going to be happy to fight in the piss.
The wall out. Elyoya looking for the steal. The steal, no! It's taken by a Cassante. Taken a lot more like it with the ulti sent out from Elyoya. Pop Blossom in the front of the fight, and now the auto attacks from Super. But GX, while they're low, they need to deal with Super in the back line. The Spanish AD carry isn't the one with a double, but all he needs to do is hit, and Noah stops him in the track. A triple down, make it another. A quadra for Noah on no mana, no health bar, holds onto the flash. He just unleashed.
I was convinced that GIANTX were about to lose that fight. Going into the pit seemed like suicide. You have so many AoE knockups, tons of AoE.
This game, it's been crazy topsy-turvy. It's been Super's world for a little bit, but Noah has just been climbing ahead, fight by fight. Now it's more to say that as Super's on his defense. 5K. He does beat a lot, really. He's on 16, almost 3 items, but had a big contribution in this game. Defense not enough. Super doesn't have enough wave clear with Baron minions, and those melees are just such a pain. Inner turret goes down.
Imagine should have it finished, and that would.
There
it is. So 2 Zhonya's now completed for GIANTX. MKOI, though, already with position on the Dragon and on the objective to make this a little bit more difficult for GIANTX to get in.
Look how much easier it is for them to face check. Jackie's face check, so Dredge
He's
line,
gone.
and gone is the mid laner of MKOI. Jun has to flash away after a Dredge line in. It was ambitious, but still, 5 versus 4. Jojo dead for 45 seconds. What a pick.
GIANTX start to move forward. There is little that can be done in this sort of position to try and keep them at bay. Lots can hold position on this choke point. Elyoya needs to make a miracle steal happen again.
But Noah's in the way. Noah is in the way in this 14-kill Kaiser. Keep track. Level 16 will start autoing the Dragon. Dredgeline back in. Jun rejoins. Jackie's about to wall with that angle. Elyoya wants a steal to keep the game going, to delay it. Tangle Barb's out as well. Lot looking for a position. There's the Weaver's Wall. Lines down the middle. Onto Elyoya. Seismic Shove doesn't connect. Jun looking at an angle to press the depth charge button. He doesn't have it, but won't need it. There's the Infernal Soul. GX get it with ease, and MKOI walk away. You don't have to be Andrew Fedius Day, but like, there is only one singular best of threes. Jojo might be caught out here on the side. The ulti not weave, seismic shove. Easy as that. Noah is farming champions this game. Jackie's like, no, that's my kill. And Noah ultis into secure number 15.
I mean, there's a reason that Jackie's has 15 assists and Noah has 15 kills. Okay? You know what? It's that beautiful
Super.
synergy.
Oh my god, that Seeker hit hard, and now there's just another fight. The clone's going to die first. You can count that as another as Mirwin tries to disengage, but a depth charge. Here comes Noah once again. 16, count it with me. If Sword of the Occult was in the game, that'd be fully stacked.
The fact that there is no wave is the only reason that MKOI are really holding on to game number 1. Baron going to be the call. It's lost, tried, not quite able to do so, but yeah, what do you do from this position?
Yeah, well, you could just promote a ticket sale. There you go. Baron's going to go down. A quick reminder, LEC Summer Finals in Madrid. Wouldn't that be big if GIANTX could make the run? Very early in the season to say that, but I'm going to say it.
I am genuinely excited for GIANTX.
Yeah, as it should be.
Oh,
it's not the KT curse, is it? Let's find out. MKOI caught out with a pillar. Their defense has gone on long enough, and GIANTX need to seal the deal here. And nothing up and available. They're just going to take jungle and try and use this Baron to finally get sieging onto the base. I understand why you're excited about GX Dagda. I think we all agree. Like, this roster, it's taken a while to get here, but they are improving each game, it seems. And in this single BO3 round-robin format, a win super at this point.
It's also difficult just with the way GIANTX are positioned on the map.
Yeah.
Sure, you've got Mirren who can very quickly clear it away and try and join them.
Lucas Wall, Jojo, ulti, that's not going to do much. He flash gets queued. Jackie's takes the kill. But Noah's damage will send him to kaput. All right, Dagda, the final moments. The minions are going walkabout. They are like, hello, come back. All right, Cyclone's going to be used, and now they've found a new angle. That depth charge used, and every time a W hits, someone gets close to dying. Elyoya, go home. Please step away from Noah. He hits Alvaro anyway, despite the clone, and at half HP. Dredgeline in, the pillar out. It stops, it persuades the play, but GIANTX at 34 minutes, while it's taken a long time, has started sieging into the base. It's finally broken. Can Noah break the LEC kill record? 3 to go. Elder's going to be started, I think, just soloed out, and yes, something taken down by Mirwin, but it might not matter. Seismic shove out, Elder down, and here we go. Pop Blossom's good, but first execute, 17. Noah needs 2 more to get in line. There are 3 available onto Super. We're waiting. He knows it. Maybe he feels it. The poke out. There it is. 18. 1 more. Mirwin gets over the wall. The poke does not connect, and Mirwin's alive for now. Dagda, he has Killer Instinct available. Mirwin, eyes in blood. If
Isma gets the Trundle Pillar, it will count as displacement, and you can look for it, but he made you sniper.
He hit it, and Mirwin's going to go invis with the auto. No. The burn! The burn! Mirwin dead! It's an ace! He gets 19, he's tied! Elyoya's up in 19, Alvaro in 10. All I care about is the kill record.
I don't think
20,
they care, though.
20, hold, GX, hold! Alvaro coming up. They have Elder. Stop hitting the Nexus. Stop hitting the Nexus! Noah cares about the game. Banner in the works, and as you said, they want good early games here, but GIANTX, their comp, you know, well-rounded here. I think it's easy to say, and it might seem like bias, but it's just with the way this is not really an argument. It's good on Jojo's end. It's Super. So far, the 2v2 has been in their favor, but he stepped up. He gets flash shattering strike, and he gets rooted. Disrespect from Super as he uses everything to get out, but the follow-up is easy. It happens again. He got shield bash this game.
Shield bash, was it? Okay.
So I guess that's the only saving grace, but you're right. He got a lot of alone time with the turret, and it's worth mentioning.
Ojo doesn't need to. He can go for the tower instead. GIANTX now have to be the ones to start it up. Jun looking for Super.
Engage, misses onto an Ezreal. That was ambitious. Jun now exhausted out, or rather sent one on to Elyoya, who gets burnt. The charm was good, but Alvaro has lost part of his damage. This is what we're talking about, Dagda. They flash away, and Super's really the main damage source. GX stand tall.
With Elyoya gone, no contest, and you just get the jump. It looked good. The fact that Super was able to disengage from that, maybe they could have tried to play it slower, but they don't really get anything. No tower, no kills, no dragon. GIANTX get away with murder there.
Yeah, Noah just uses Cleanse, uses Feather Storm, and out he flies. How hard again it is. There's a ward pinged on the back of the pit. First teleport's going to come through from Jackie's. Jojo teleports 2 seconds later. GIANTX, the Herald's still not taken.
Wait,
we are
Jojo.
weaving between. He's TP'd in front of everyone again with the Magnus Storm on a route. He won't be able to move. It's good damage as Isma negates it all, but the engage from Alvaro would be great if they had some AoE. The feathers are out as El Yoya is the one to pierce the heart with a spear. And Mirwin, the point-blank ulti, will get the job done. GIANTX, a shockwave finally comes through as Alvaro is the trade-off, but with Lot running out of mana, El Yoya sinks where they stand. MKOI. The ball spots all. And MKOI moving in, trying to get themselves a bit of damage on the turret. They have no grub. Shockwave clears the way, but not enough. MKOI siege successful, and a bit more gold in their pocket.
You can see already he can go down fast.
Hit big by Super, the range big, and Super might be speaking German. I see a guten Tag when I know one is should hit on the walls. Mystic shot again. Mirwin has to get out and doesn't have a flash, but he re-engages, setting up with the decimating smash. The Galio will lay it on top. MKOI's fights are off to the races. Finally, two-man shield of Duran. MKOI with the winds of war, bring them all, and Noah has to send back before he falls. Teleport back in. This time, it's personal from Jackie's, but his shockwave's not up and available. Herald's down, and MKOI have the river to themselves. Cheeky TP, but it works out in the end. It does feel like we're watching, you know, like King Kong versus, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Jurassic Park. You know what I'm talking. We know what I'm talking. Everyone knows the Godzilla. Getting a little bit harder as Super just walks up mid and takes turret. Okay, 2 items real easily done.
GIANTX, Super trying to see if he can get in onto this wall and have access to the back line, but it's going down slowly.
Alvaro's the only one zone controlling. Decimating smash not connecting. Mirwin playing his own zone control nowhere. Ults are back. The Galio Hero's entrance is big, but look, the separation. Meanwhile, Mirwin is the full target. GX are just letting Noah unleash, but he can't kill the tank. Running in, Jojo takes the glory, while Super plays the backhand so damn well. He'll shift in, shift out. GIANTX have been rooted out.
GIANTX couldn't keep their carry safe. MKOI jumped on them from every angle and turned one side. Jackie's on the other side with Jun, which makes it really difficult to keep the Orianna safe. Same when you look at Noah, ends up trying to get stepped up coming in towards the end of playoffs. That helped carry them in a lot of the fights.
Noah on El Yoya is going to force the ulti immediately, but he can't move. As soon as Noah comes down, he does not survive. Hero's entrance onto Jun, and I mean, Jojo has shown us a bit of heroism in this game. I will admit, as Movistar KOI are taking down numbers.
GIANTX just haven't been able to keep Noah and Jackie safe in these fights. MKOI consistently finding multiple flank angles, getting the double ultimates in onto those key carries to separate the fight and making things easier for them in a skirmish. MKOI have been playing these fights fantastically and getting great picks as well.
And with this snowball, they've got enough damage to take down Baron, just the two of them, El Yoya and Super, while the rest of MKOI look for the fight afterwards, maybe look for the zone. Shockwave in on a Rakan, that does nothing. And Baron goes down, 7,500. Coming out of nowhere, Rakan, Galio, Pantheon, and then eventually the Scion. Like, there is no movement allowed, and every single time someone has a burn. His flash still on cooldown here, and his ulti, that's up in about 10, 15 seconds from now. But meanwhile, MKOI dotting the I's and crossing the T's, 8,500 gold lead, and with this Baron, GIANTX scared to step up. They look for small trades onto Alvaro every time, but he's just baiting them. He's wasting their time. Jojo's going to be shockwaved in, but there's a full minion wave here. Shield Duran negates a little bit, and the minions are going to do the work for him.
It was also a bit dangerous from Jackie's. MKOI were in a position to try and cut GIANTX off from that top side. You can see it kind of here, but they end up opting in towards the mid lane turret instead, and they will end up cracking open the base.
All right, base easily done, and both games kind of turn into stomps, like past the 20, 25-minute mark. They've just been runaways. At least this one got a little bit bloodier, but yeah, MKOI haven't really shown any weakness in their 5v5s, in their small skirmishes. Another Nexus turret, or rather Inhibitor turret, going to drop down. Inhibitors next. I'm sure that Nexus turret won't be a misspeak. That'll be coming shortly. Mirwin zoning them off. His ulti up and available. Now both Inhibitors down. Top wave is coming in as well. GIANTX are like, we've got to defend the last turret, but man, where do you defend? It's anarchy. All minions are coming in, and Super's just stepping up. Arcane shifts away. Baron, Cannon, minions for the win, literally. One Nexus turret down, one to go. GIANTX, they're looking like a bunch of chickens right now. Headless they soon will be. Decimating smash, heroic entrance, a shield of Durant, and the winds of water blow down Jackie's. GIANTX in game 2. There's no point adding another X. There's only one this game. And as we go to game 3, it is nice to see our spring champions have finally risen.
Welcome back, KOI. My word, that was a performance. Bardo comes down, maybe you can try and reposition after coming out of the Bardos. You can hook any champions that are standing around your carry to try and bring them out. Alistair going to try and do something similar, which is you look across at when you look across at Jojo, he's got the early tier, he's going to be fine to just match up against the Yone.
No ulti for Jackie's yet. He's getting close to it though. Jojo, he'll get whipped a little bit if this minion goes down, and indeed it does.
From GIANTX though, putting Lot into this bottom side.
Yeah.
I think they should have sent Jackie's to bot. Lot has that TP advantage. Put him into the top end. And it means that you can try and TP in. With Jackie's not there, I think for KOI you'd actually be pretty happy that you've got the strength to go for Dragon.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a free trade because of the TP top, and Jojo's getting some support. It depends on what Alvaro can do here with a flash and ulti available. Nature's Grasp. Isman's probably going to pull the ulti out. Alvaro, no, he holds onto it for a bit, and Jojo sits here with flash available. GIANTX committing hard. Equalizer down on the cow. You're overcooking him a little bit. Tempered Fate, he flashes into it. As meanwhile, Jojo just stands and delivers. Alvaro now no ulti up.
Did Jojo end up going? Oh, hang on, play him.
No, it could be in trouble. He's reloading. Elyoya bops him off. Super is going to get some turret plating through mid, and they got the dragon. Dag, you're going to have to tell me about that interaction.
So the ultimate from Jun hitting Jojo Pyun means that he can't complete the ultimate to get them both out to safety, but Or now into the top side to make some fine.
Noah stepped up to this Caliber and flash away from Super. Deadly Fire doesn't connect. Call the Forge God doesn't either. It's a curtain call time. Elyoya sends the ulti, flashes away, gets hit eventually. Super dodges first blood at 13.5 minutes, and we're starting to play the saxophone of it.
Jamirwan had to move top to try and cover a potential dive. They get the numbers advantage on mid, and numbers advantage on boss.
He's caught out, he has no flash up against the wall. He'll just take it from Jojo. Hex flash over, and Alvaro will help secure a nice pop back with trample too, but Jojo needs to get his rotation down. Magical Journey to help Lot, taken through, and Jun, the hero of Lot. Back at Super, probably won't have that Ghost or Flash available. Herald being started off, GX coming in, Tempered Fate back up and available, Deadly Flourish trying to pull out the Alvaro Alders. Smite's going to be used, Isma gets a bit of a slow here, and Nature's Grass comes out, he has no Smite to steal the Herald, but maybe they want to fight. Brambles, beautiful, onto Alvaro with his ulti. Tempered Fate buys time, and GIANTX are playing in front to back as a Cosmic Binding from out of this world. Alvaro shoves to get kaput as a Twisted Advance on the back. Noah is hitting fours. Jun runs in, and with a Deadly Flourish, the bot lane playing insane. Jojo, he's hitting big though. He brings the fight back a bit for KOI, but GIANTX, they know that GX will not afford to give this away. A play being made on top side by Jun, and Jackie's is Alvaro, not the true target. It's onto Jojo again. Jackie's misses a couple of blades though. First getting good from Jojo here, even with a lost chapter. Flash available, forces out of Jackie's as well. Trying to overload this man in the mid lane is Jun. Magical Journey, Tempered Fate dodge. T1 flashes the logo as we get an ulti interrupted. Jackie sends it into Jojo though, trying to hit everything he can, but as he runs away, Jackie has kited through. The minion wave gets in, and Alvaro gets out. Herald dropped mid in the meantime, and GIANTX commit to the Bruiser top play.
GIANTX end up getting the kill. KOI were starting to shift mid to make a play on towards the mid lane, but GIANTX had already rotated top. Now though, KOI using that mid pressure will secure themselves the Dragon. It's a 2v3. I don't really think GIANTX want to contest it.
Is it going to be worth it in the long run? GIANTX, the gold trade for Soul Point this early on. Nature's Grasp available for Isma. He's looking at an angle. They don't get mid-turret. Call the Forge God. A play after the fact. It double hits. Isma slowed down. Searing Charge. Bellows Breath. Bops for a few. Isma one hit away. Double ulti. Set up for the Shuriken from Super. GIANTX are too far gone though. They're back off in the play. Deadly Flourish. Curtain call now onto Super, but Mirwin in front of them all. Jun, no magical journey, cosmic binding, whatever you want to call it. The magic is gone, and GIANTX now facing
Couldn't get
Soft.
it on the first rotation moving in towards mid. We see GIANTX make the big play on top.
Fade. Oh, he's hit. He's hit. And GIANTX are on his tail. Deadly Flourish equalized. And Jojo's trying to take someone down with him, but he won't. In front of the Atacant spawn, that enables GIANTX to start off this beauty straight away.
You can see Elyoya immediately starts to run up towards this top side, but I think it's more to set up a defensive formation so they can take the Dragon. Jackie's starting to move into position so he can hold on to this tier 2 tower. How far do MKOI want to push in the mid lane?
But getting Atacant is still a big gold injection. In a turret, as you said, the siege starts, but Jackie's is here with ulti available. And so MKOI respect, back off. Bot wave also push into the inner turret. And GIANTX, meanwhile, with 3 grubs, going to get a lot overheated and hitting inner turret himself too.
This is such an insane game.
It is.
GIANTX are playing towards what is their win condition. Constantly attack and overload side lanes, using this Jun ultimate and Isma ultimate to catch out members of
and taking our emotions into a new state. Let's see, caught out Izzy. We're going to find out against the wall, magical journey, or rather cosmic binding. It's difficult when now Lock comes in as well, and Mirwin to escape this, he's just slowed forever. Nature's Grasp is turning into a big fight, and MKOI walking into it with Elyoya. The disengage ulti gives a shove against the wall into Isma. The range big, and coming in for a mid lane ulti himself. Jackie revives the fight, turns in, Elyoya flushes away, and somehow GIANTX with numbers mismatched win another damn fight. The disengage meant nothing as MKOI got slaughtered.
GIANTX are playing this disengage, but watch as the TP comes through. Jackie's immediately onto Super, rips
I should
through.
apologize, disingenuous to say that one was mismatched. The TP first from Jackie's. GIANTX once again getting first to the trade. Alvaro caught. No ulti up. He didn't even get the flash.
These picks are fantastic from GIANTX. This is not easy to find these moments, but they're just pushing in, setting up vision incredibly well, and consistently using these long-range tools to find the picks they need.
It's a GIANTX Glacier, this team, in Game 3 against our #1 seed from Spring Out Champions. They've put themselves into a 6K gold lead. It was growing before with the gold plays as Tempered Fate comes in. Nature's Grasp is going to be a little bit slow. Deadly Fox flushed away from Curtain Call with the range. GX a bit deep under turret, but Jun gets redeemed. Elyoya's ulti on a cooldown, only a short one as MKOI come to defend. But Dragon's up, 3 seconds into the choke. That's a bad decision from Mirwin reflecting in. Alvaro set up with Mirwin's ulti. Again, searing charge. The odds calls the forge. Isma Bob. Meanwhile, Jackie runs into the fight, but his team is getting wattled down. Super has the right guns for the right job, for the right mission, the right mindset. Jackie's running in, but you can't deal with Super when he gets the space.
GIANTX mix up the call. Lot had moved to mid to try and push in and take the tower off the way.
Angle, he's come in now with his own Infinity Edge. 5 members of GX stacked up with Jun. A little bit low.
Still, MKOI have to be a little careful. GIANTX get position on towards the Dragon. I was about to say MKOI would love to start up a Baron. Actually,
Remember, he has Ocean Soul. Ulti sent out from super early. Nature's Grasp disengaged. Call the Forge God. Jams the ram down Noah's throat. Alvaro set it up, and Elyoya spiked it down. GIANTX caught out. Sent to the ground. Jackie's interrupted. Alvaro! That insane cow has caught them all. Isma now against Mirwin will get burnt down. A bellows breath to burn the fires of the Forge because MKOI have forged their way to a 2-1.
Alvaro finds the moment to dive on towards Noah and bring MKOI back into this. What
There's a teleport coming in from an Ornn. Mirwin has joined the fight, gets pressure in top side. Magical Journey taken. Jun Tempered Fate. Gets super. Disengaged though. In the back end, they can't get him. Elyoya sends him out with the Keeper's Verdict. And Alvaro now popping the ult early, but with a redemption in with an equalizer down. Call of the damn god. It's good off from Jackie's, but he just can't operate. He runs back in, but Super heals it all back up. And Mirwin, we bow, we pray, we say not today. For MKOI fans, they always find a way.
MKOI played that fight perfectly. Super jumped on. Access denied for GIANTX, and the win denied alongside us.
And in what a way our Spring Kings revive in the series. and they make GIANTX kneel. I look at Mirwan's on, I look at Elyoya's Poppy, and I say, boys, we know, along with Alvaro, that our tools are impossible to beat. What sensational performances from our champ.